Hey guys, this is TJ with Texas Digital Gaming. And today I'm actually going to be getting to showing you how to download and use the community editor again. I do have a video up of this already, but the old community editors no longer work since the last major update from Undead Labs, which this always happens. It'll throw out the community editor and Heilos will have to actually go in and redo some code on it and get it up and working again. This last big update really threw it off because of that, the addition of the closet and stuff like that. So we're going to go back in, we're going to re-download the new version and get y'all back up and running again. I'll show you some of the new features and just do a brief recap on how to use the community editor. So first thing, and I will leave a link to the Discord page down in the description, so you don't want to just follow that. You can and bring up Discord. You go ahead and accept the invite. And you will notice on their modding section here that it looks quite a bit different than what it used to. They actually redid a great deal of what their server looks like. Heilos is not the only developer on here. J-Dimensional also does the cheat engine on here, and there's also some modding sections that use cooked files also. And if you guys want to know more about cooked files, they can actually change to where your entire map has only juggernauts or ferals, and it does other types of quirks like that. It does have a little bit different of a way of doing it, so if you want a video on it, just drop a comment and let me know. But today what we're going to be focused on is actually the community editor. There's of course discussion for it and support that you can go ahead and if you have any questions. For Azad is the main person that actually answers those questions all the time, but King of Pain and some other people on here also will always be on there, and they are a lot of help. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them. So you want to go ahead and go to the editor download, and if this is something you guys have been using for a while and you actually do get a great deal of enjoyment out of it, think about dropping him a donation to Heilos, because he has put in literal hundreds of hours towards this project. A lot of this stuff he has to do from scratch with the code and everything else, and I mean, this is his project and he doesn't require any money, but I mean, it's always good to show a little bit of love that way if you can afford it. Even $1, something helps and goes a long way. But you want to come over here and you're going to want to go ahead and download the new community editor version 3.1.26. So you just click on that and save it to wherever you wish. You can make a file on your desktop or wherever. Just go ahead and save it. It's a small file. It's not going to take up much. And then once you get it there, you'll click on it and you'll extract all. And the first time you run it, you may get a little screen that pops up and says, hey, are you sure you want to run this? Because it's not coming from the Microsoft Store. So naturally, it's not quite sure if it's something it can trust or not. But go ahead and get that downloaded and open it back up. And of course, it'll bring you to this screen here, just like the other one. And of course, you have 3 save files for your 3 different communities, and you also have the Heartland here if you have the DLC. So on the main screen here, of course, you're going to have all the basics plus some new icons that you'll see. Prestige right now is currently not working. It will be up and running here very shortly. Here you can change the name of your community plus any resource values that you have here, and your influence. Gravestone markers, this shows how many deaths you've had in the background. These little gravestones. Days survived, you can change. Like I said, I've been on there for quite a while. You can change these. I've never really seen a purpose in changing them, I guess, unless you are going for the achievement, maybe for the 100 days. But you can unlock all map icons. You just click on it, and basically it'll unlock everything, so you don't have to go around yourself and scope out all the locations. Time of day can be changed. It does go by military time, so let's keep that in mind. Remove all radio cooldowns. This does not do it permanently, but it does take away anything that you currently have that you're waiting on. Unlock all radio calls. This will unlock all radio calls available in the game, period, throughout all the gameplay. There is complete all bounties. Unlock all legacy boons if you haven't already done that. Unlock all daybreak items if you have the DLC. And unlock all outfits. If you haven't yet found all the outfits, you just click on that. Go OK. Now, I'd advise every time you do something with a section of this, go ahead and save your progress as you go, just in case the app crashes or something like that. That way it's just already done. Then you go back over here, and the survivor section looks a bit different here now. This used to just have basically the character voice, their standing, hero bonus, leader type, and all that stuff. But now it actually does include the hats. You can change to whichever you want. It does not show the hat yet, but I think it will in the future. Along with the character outfit also. They're all in here. The voices is another thing that soon will also have a small section where you can hear what each voice sounds like before you actually want to select it. But for now, you'll just kind of have to play around with it and see which ones you like. You'll have to also go through and realize which ones are the male voices and female voices. On the Discord page itself, there are a couple of guides that you can look on there, for some Google Docs, that are specifically for people that have done small videos on this, and also proper traits to give yourself over here if you want to basically have, say, an almost invincible character, or if you want to do stacking of skills and stuff like that. There is a specific way to do it, and I may make another video on how to do that, but there is a sheet that you can go in the info section of where we got the community editor at, and just download that. It's a small file. But just like in the past, if you want to bring somebody back from the dead or anything like that, you would, of course, just click revive. And then whenever you do that, you also want to remember to restore their health by, putting that back at 100. And also, you can go ahead and fill up their stamina. Take away any fatigue that they have, and take away any trauma they have. If you don't do this, as soon as you load the game in, the person's just going to die again. Or if they died from infection, make sure you take that back down to 0. Another thing to remove over here are the oops, because these are usually accidents or injuries. So you just want to click on those and actually remove them. Stamina and health can go above 100, but you can't just change the number. It won't do anything. You have to have actual traits that raise these qualities right here. So again, this is something that you will have to go through. There are a lot of traits in here. But, there's some stuff to look for, such as, I believe there's one that's, let's see here, talks about immunity or something. I see that there's hundreds of them. It takes a long time to go through this stuff, but like immortal. You want to add immortal, and anything that has to do with stuff that's going to boost your stamina. Everything from anything that's active, like if they have something on there for sprinting, anything like that. All that's the type of stuff you're going to want to go. You can also click on strings right here, and the string will actually give you more of a, see how that says cardio, filler. These are just filler things here. Morale. It shows you what they actually affect right there if you want to actually look more into that. Another thing to remember too is when you bring them back, you're also going to want to go to their skills. I haven't brought her back yet, so you go revive. And you'll have to redo these again, unless you just want to, earn them back yourself. But other than that, just come down and you can refill them all to 7 automatically. And you'll notice too that everybody has, just like in the regular game, you're going to have where you fill up your regular, and then you have a subspecialty also. If you want to do red talon skills and stuff like that, you will have to add red talon traits over here. And then you can actually add on stuff like prowess and stuff like that for the red talon skills. The bottom one of these is always going to be for like the daybreak stuff, where the top one will be for the actual gameplay itself. So the top one's the one you're going to want to go back to those. But again, download that docs file and look at it and see which traits you want to stack up over here. You can also change their standing from recruit to leader. And this right here will show you what type of bonus you'll get from their hero status. You can also change what type of leader they are. And once you've done that stuff, or if you're messing around with something and say you accidentally delete one of their core traits, say cardio, wits, fighting, or shooting, and then you try to save, it'll actually warn you, hey, you're missing a core feature that will crash the game if you don't have it. And if you can't figure out how to get it back on for whatever reason, you can just click reset. And it'll say, do you wish to discard all the changes you made? And just say yes, and it'll just take you back to the main screen again. After that, we can go over to inventory. And in a minute here, I will show you how to create a weapon that you won't have to remod over and over again. A lot of people like to make modded weapons, or they'll add the 999 ammo onto them. Then they hand them off to a friend, and as soon as the ammo runs dry, of course, the gun reverts itself back to its original status again, and you have to remod it again. So I'm going to show you how to create one. This will have a 1,000-round clip to it, and they can reload it themselves, and you won't have to worry about going back and doing that anymore. And I'll do that right here at the end of when we're talking about the rest of this stuff. For now, we'll go over to facilities. As you can see, this is where you can add in such stuff like the cheap facility and stuff like that. Basically, whatever map you're on. I'm in Cascade Hills right now, and I'm actually in the downtown section right here. This will show everything that's in your facility and whatever you want to change. And as you can see, like up here, I actually replaced the kitchen with the cheat building. All you would do is just you click on whichever one you want to change. You come here, and you'll scroll through and go through all the different things you can change it to. If you want the cheap facility, I believe it's right here. Yeah, right there. Cheap resource building. You would just click on it, it'll automatically change it over, and that's it, you're done. You save your changes. Keep in mind that certain things, say like where the kitchen was on this, if I took that kitchen and then wanted to change it to a field hospital or something like that, naturally it's not going to fit in that little section, but it will still put it there. What's going to happen is you'll just end up having parts of your base you can't access by walking into them because there's going to be stuff glitching into walls. It'll still give you all the benefits of having it. You just can't physically. It'll kind of block you sometimes from where you're trying to go. Then over here in vehicles, these are all the vehicles that'll be on the map. In the future, this will have a map background to it. For some reason, it's just not working right now, but he will fix that in the future, he said. You can't change the actual position points yet. Anything you click on also, you can actually put the fuel at 100%. Anything over 100% is not going to do anything. You can fully heal the vehicle. This includes chassis and engine, or you can just delete the vehicle off of there. If you look at the map, you'll notice that the numbers do correspond, though, exactly to where they would be. Red dots are going to be plague hearts. Gray dots are cars. In the vehicles, if you want to change a vehicle to something else, you can just click here, say you want to fully heal it, okay, and come down here, and you can change it to whatever other vehicle you want to change it to instead. Then just save it. Now, if you want to create a weapon that is going to have a clip, and this works for all weapons that I know of. I haven't found anything that has not worked on this. There's a way you're going to do this. Now, if you have this set to community, this will be everything that's in your backpack or locker. If you have it set to floor, naturally it's going to be any weapons you have on the floor, vehicle, and the trunks of the vehicles. I do have a lot of weapons up here, so you'll have to mind the mess a little bit here. What you're going to ultimately want it to end up looking like is going to be, let me see if I can find it, it's going to be the very bottom down here. This right here is what you're going to be going for. You're going to be adding a lot of attachments onto these, and it's basically going to end up giving it a whole new weapon that adds into the game when you duplicate it, and it will maintain the mags that you're going to put on here. So basically we'll go up here and let's take, say, which one I haven't done yet. Let's do the Uzi carbine, okay? Go to the Uzi carbine, go ahead and delete the items that are on it off, and you can pick whatever weapon you want. This works for all weapons, so it doesn't matter. I'm just using this as an example. So delete whatever's on there already. And if you're just looking to do minor mods to weapons, don't forget too that any weapon that doesn't come automatically with a silencer or a scope on it, you can add a silencer or a scope, and even shotguns, it will work on them. So what we're going to do here is come over here to add new mod. And first you're going to come down to the M4A1 Mod Mag Beta. You're going to add 9 of these. So just click on it, Go 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Then open that back up. Come up to the top. And you're going to add the 2245 Mod Mag Standard Fast Reload. 2245 instead, it just repeats it. Do 9 of those also. And then you're going to add a little bit of everything else here. You're going to first add an advanced suppressor. Then go ahead and add a brake. Add a choke. And then you're actually going to put 3 different types of scopes on here. I believe they are down here at the bottom. Go ahead and put the scope C. Then you want to put the sniper scope. And then last, it's up a little bit, and you'll want to put the rifle and shotgun small hollow sight. That. Add. And then last, I'd recommend going ahead and putting one more mag on there. Basically, how this works is all the stuff that you added right here past this point, the suppressor is what's going to show on the weapon. It's going to have the brake and the choke also on there, but the suppressor is going to be the only thing that shows because that's the first one you put on there. The scope is going to be the regular scope showing, even though we'll actually have both these access on there. And the last mag you put on there will be the mag that it shows whenever you're actually looking at the gun itself. So, I mean, we can go... And we'll just put a mag standard on there. And after you've done that, Uzi carbine here, or whatever weapon you're using, click duplicate item. And let me find the one. I hate when it does that. I have so many weapons on my thing, it just pops me back up there. Duplicate. Look at the right one, right? Yeah. Duplicate. Duplicate. Make as many as you want. And it is going to add them down at the bottom somewhere down here, so you'll have to come down here and locate it. As you can see right there. When you open it up, it will have all that there. Now once you've done all that, don't forget to actually to save your changes. But that is going to be it, y'all. Once you save that, you exit out of this, go ahead and open up your game. And if you want this stuff to transfer over to your Xbox, remember you at least need to open the game in PC first. Even if your PC really can't handle the game, because State of Decay is kind of a memory hog and stuff like that. So if you can just get it to load in, even if it won't function properly and it's doing nothing but pausing and skipping on you, just get it to sometimes it will work if you can just get it to the title screen. The title screen where it says continue your game on standard mode or nightmare, wherever you're at. It has officially loaded the save game from that point. Just to be on the safe side though, so you don't waste your time and all your energy from what you've modded, is try to at least get it to load into the first scene, change a character real quick, and you can exit right back out of it, go into your Xbox, and all the stuff that you modded will actually change right back over to the Xbox from that same save file. But that's really going to be it, guys. And always remember, don't run the community editor at the same time as your game. It will warn you of this if you try to do it. It's going to let you know, hey, the game's open. Cheat Engine is a modding program you can run with the game open. Community editor you cannot. So make sure that you always have played the game on your PC before you run it. Close it down to run it. And then open it up once more when you're done. And that's going to be it for this time, guys. If you have any further questions or anything like that, just go ahead and drop a comment to me. Let me know. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. And there's going to be another video coming out later tonight of all of the outfits, including a couple that maybe aren't out yet. So come on back and check it out. This is TJ with Texas Digital Gaming. Out.
you.